Yo, what's going on, everybody? Lowe's here, coming at you with another video. This one is my haul video from Boston Fan Expo. So that took place last week, I believe, like September 5th. It was the 4th to the 6th or something like that, but I only went the one day on Saturday. And had a good time. I feel like this con, or Fan Expo, because they changed the name, felt it was a little smaller. Not sure if it was because obviously COVID and pandemic and stuff. There seemed to be less comic vendors. There was more like shops, and there was some Artist Alley was still pretty good. But I felt like the comic section of digging through boxes and stuff, and people comic vendors was a lot smaller. There was only one section, and that was pretty much it. But we were still able to find some good deals. I went with my brother and his best friend, so it was a good time. And we definitely found some good deals. And what I'm gonna do is I want you to see just some video that I took real quick. Just kind of pan through, just so you can see how the setup was. And after the video, come back and see the haul. All right, catch you later. All right, so that was a quick little run through of how the setup was there, and I'm just gonna go through the books that I was able to pick up at this convention. So the first one up was they had some what you call it, like the con exclusives, and the only one that I got, which I had to get because I don't have the original, is right here. Batman 608. This is the second print, but this is the foil variant, and it was a con exclusive, so I definitely snagged that one. I found one dealer. He had a box that was labeled, if it had a green dot on it, it was 50% off. So was digging through that, and I found this book right here, Miracle Man #9, and I believe this is either the first or one of the earliest books that actually depict a birth in the book, right? It's very graphic. So if you see that, that's what this is, right? All right, so definitely had to scoop that up. Of course, it was half off, so definitely scooped it up. I think I got it for like $4 or something like that. Next was a book that's actually pretty hot right now, and this was also in that 50% off box, and that is Star Slayer #2, and we all know that is the first Rocketeer, right? I looked through it. The book needed some work. I cleaned it, pressed it. It looks a lot better, but the thing that I didn't notice is it's missing the top staple, which kind of sucks. But again, I got it for a decent price, so but it just sucks that that top staple was there, because obviously it diminishes the value of the book. But you know, for a hardcore you know, Rocketeer collector, I mean, it still presents well. So I'm definitely, obviously most of these books, if not all these books, are for sale. I'll have them either listed on my IG and stuff like that, or on eBay. But next, I found another dealer, and I was just kind of digging through his boxes, and you know, just ran across this book, and that is Avengers 227. I believe this is like the second Monica Rambeau, and I want to say this is when she joins the Avengers. So it was sitting in the box, it had a label on it. I wasn't sure if it said $20 or $2. Guy said $2, so I definitely snatched that up. Next, found another vendor, and he had a 30% off section in his book. So I was going through it and found Black Panther #3. So definitely snagged that up. I believe it's like second Shuri or something like that. So snagged that for 30% off. And #4 for 30% off. So definitely happy to have those two. Ran across another vendor. Like I said, all these vendors were really tight together, so you had to do quite a bit of digging, because once you ran out of that section, that was it. Found an Usagi Yojimbo #20, second print. So found this for cover price, so pretty cool. Next, there was a vendor that had some pretty good books. He had some store exclusives, and it wasn't too bad. And this character, or this title right now, is pretty hot. So when I saw it, I haven't seen this in the wild anywhere else, and I thought it was a really cool cover. So I definitely snagged it up, and that is Noctera #1. But this was the El Rey store exclusive. Just an awesome cover. It kind of reminded me of like that. It gave me that like David Mack vibe, but just an awesome cover. And I figured, you know, hey, I don't see this very often. Might as well snag it up, right? It's a hot book right now, so why not? And last section that we kind of found, and it felt like they got there a little late, because it didn't seem like they were set up yet, and then all of a sudden they just like sprung up, and it was Roop's Comics. So you know, we see them all the time. They have a bunch of you know, online exclusives and stuff like that, but they had a whole section, and every long box that they had there was $2 a book. So of course there was people digging through these things for days. We were there for probably over an hour just in this section alone, and these are the books that I picked up from this section. So all these books that I'm about to show you right now were all $2. All right, so first was Civil War, or actually Uncanny Inhumans #11. This is the second print, and I believe this was the first appearance of Mosaic, right? So I know this was a hot book at one point, and it kind of cooled down, but you know, for a first appearance, second print, you know how these things go. For $2, you got to snag it. Next was Captain Marvel #1. I'm not sure the series, you know, series 7 or whatever, 6, 7, you know, there's a bunch of them, but you know, again, a #1 issue, snag it up. Next was Batgirl #35, and it's the second print, and this is her new costume, debut of the new costume, so snag that one up. And if 1 is good, 2 is better. And so I got another copy, and this is my daughter's favorite costume of Batgirl, so definitely had to snag that one up. Next was Doctor Strange #1, and I believe this was starting to like heat up a little bit, so you know, found this, had to scoop it up. And again, if 1 is good, 2 is better. So I snagged the second copy of that. Next, I thought this one was pretty cool, because it was just kind of, again, all these books were just sitting there. Spoke to the guys who were working there, and they basically said that all these, they essentially got all these books, didn't know what was in them. They just sent them all these boxes from the warehouse, and they were like, hey, they're all $2 a box, $2 a book. So, hey, so I found Super Sons #1, a con exclusive, and this is a nice little gold foil. Yeah, for $2, you can't beat it. You mean the corners have a little bit of like, you know, some crunching there, but maybe I can do a quick little press on it and get those out. But other than that, there's no spine ticks on it, which is pretty good for a foil cover that was sitting in the box that had no backboard. Basically, it was just in a plastic bag. So I thought that was pretty good. Next we have New Avengers #1. So snag this one up. I believe there was also like a first appearance of something in here as well. Off the top of my head, I really don't know. Next was Princess Leia #1, but the second print. So I want to say the first print has a white background, and then this one has a black background. So scoop that one up. Next, these were pretty cool. Finding these later issues in this run are actually pretty cool. And I found Invincible 124. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think there's like a little bit of some dirt and stuff like that up here that I should be able to clean off. But yeah, it's one of 3 from this like little storyline or the story arc. And I found 126. So 1 in 3 of this story arc. Didn't find the 125, which would have been really cool because then I could have tied it off. But any of those Invincible fans that are trying to complete those runs, these are really good books to find, especially the later issue ones when the print count started dropping down. Next, I thought this was pretty cool. It was Doctor Strange #2, but it was the Scotty Young 1 in 25 variant, and that was just sitting in the box there. So I definitely scooped that up. And another just exclusive that was sitting in there was Spider-Gwen #1, and this was a J. Scott Campbell exclusive in there. So yeah, I saw this and I scooped this up real quick. And another one that I found, again, just digging through these boxes, man. Sam Wilson, Captain America #6. So I believe that's the first full appearance as Joaquin Torres as Falcon. So thought that was pretty cool, right? And another hot book that was just sitting in there, Totally Awesome Hulk #1, right? Just sitting in there. So definitely happy to snag this one, right? I believe this is my second copy now. So for $2, yes. And the find for me that I don't see this book too often, and that is Scarlet Witch #10, where it has her name, I believe, written in Japanese. Sorry if I got that wrong, if it's something else, but I believe it's in Japanese. But yeah, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful cover. And when I saw this, I grabbed it immediately. But yeah, so those are the books that I picked up. And I'm also going to throw another video in there. I did have another, I got a Frankie's Comics mystery box that they had. So they had these boxes sitting up there. I believe it was like $30 for 10 books. And there was some like virgin variants and stuff like that in there. And me, my brother, and my brother's best friend in the car before we left the convention did a triple unboxing video. And I will either add it to this video or release it as its own video. I'm not sure. But stay tuned for that. I want to say I'll maybe add it in right after talking about this. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the books. And until next time, talk to you guys later. Peace.